So it was not, and it kept reading.
You know, it's on YouTube, we use a little humor. You gotta use humor, because if you don't use humor, you're an angry person.
The question is,
You think it'll fly along.
the racial divide is going to be a tough, unfortunately, this is what, you know, it bothers me that we have such a racial divide today. And, you know, I'm NYPD, and I say it on my show, I get calls from Bed-Stuy, I get calls from the Bronx, I get walks of life calling me up, you know? And, you know, I'm real with it, you know, I'm with the NYPD, why can't we allow the NYPD to do their job? And if they step out of bounds, then they'll be taken care of. Why do we have to try this with the media and further with the emotional situation make this worse? People are entitled to protest. You're entitled to peacefully protest. Once you riot, I'm done. I'm done. Standing on cars, throwing cocktails. I like that African American mother that had that kid in the paper. That was a beautiful thing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. Because you know something? This is not about white or black, not about black or white. This is about people. We got to look at our public schools. We talked about it. $25 billion in the public school system. For what? Fail factories?
No.
Can I say something?
Don't go to class.
Because when the states were in charge of education, guess what? Brooklyn College was free. All the city colleges were free until the 60s. I don't know if you know.
This is
that.
crazy.
But investigate, you'll see.
These kids can't read and write.
We had top
These kids can't read and write.
What's your name? And course water.
James, hi, I'm Diana. One thing I would say is I think that the perception of Republicans, especially in New York, or conservatives, is that it's old, white, rich dudes who don't care about minorities, women's rights, gay, lesbian, whatever. And I think people, particularly people of color, to get your voice heard, social media is really like the godsend for conservatives and Republicans these days, because the leftist media is not giving enough of an avenue. So you know what? Go out and do some rallies. Even if 10 people show up, put that on your social media page. People start to hear what you're saying. They'll be like, wait a minute, this dude believes in those values? Because there's a lot of people out there that really, younger people, like the things with the college, cost of college, things like that, the debt that they're strapped with before they've even gotten out of the gate on their careers. To address those issues, I think younger people would start to say, oh, wait a second, even if they don't agree with certain conservative social stances, I think on certain fiscal policy, I think that they can be on board. But they got to see young people like you out there saying, yeah, this is why I'm a Republican, or I'm a conservative, or a Tea Partier, and put it out there.
But they also
What
bring in
about
some
something about colleges and universities? I have a 30-year-old daughter who had her head on her shoulders. She was great. Obviously, we had our differences. You know, she was a young kid. She went off to college. She came back a socialist.
Well, they're great.
No, but thesis was on.
Are you crazy? She came back a socialist?
No idea.
No, where'd she go? Where'd she go?
She's getting better.
We're doing exorcisms every weekend.
She sees what's happening a little better.
That's a good
But
word.
her thesis.
What college you go to? Which
German communists
What college?
founded a new school. So we took 2 years ago, we finished paying the school loans.
But see,
And that's what I got from my
conservative youth that go on the college campuses, and they do that. So if you can do outreach on college campuses, if you're a college student, and you go on your campus and you do events, and be proud. Put a sign up and say, you know, I had a conversation with somebody in the club about that. I'm like, you know what? I understand you want to draw more people to your event, but you know what? If you're a college or you're going to a college campus, be loud and proud. Put that you're a Republican. Put that you're a conservative. Shut them up.
I tell you, my brother, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, one second, pertaining to that, Diane, Raymond and Brandon and a couple other people, we restarted up the Brooklyn College Young Republicans.
Okay.
Brooklyn College Young Republicans, right?
College Young Republicans. I used to be president of that from 95 to 98. Arnold over here was a vice president. Back in the day, right after when I left, he became vice president. I think you were 98 and 98.
Yeah, I told her about 2002.
And that's it.
So we restarted that up again. I'm very excited to get the message out there. The new president, oddly enough, is Vito Giovanni, who happens to be the vice president of so-called other club. We don't care. We don't care if he's the vice president of the other club. It doesn't matter. We're all Republicans. We want the message to be out there. That's the only thing that matters. No inter-party squabbling. That's stupidity.
There's a lot of
That is
stuff
nothing to
going on
do
in
with
New York.
anything. People need to move forward and move past that type of stupidity and grow the party. And grow the party to get the message out there, get to the younger people. It's important. The Democrats do it all the time, and they do a great job of it. Let's learn from them. Let's do something. The only thing they do right, let's learn from them.
Students in college, it's dangerous to be a Republican in college.
But you wanna lose it?
If you express your voice and your opinion to teachers, they will lower your grade. And you have a fear.
That is true.
Yeah, but that's why
That's crazy. But you know something, I think the economy's gonna change here. I think
They do
the
great
economy's gonna
exposés
change
on
this
things like
whole,
that.
this
So
whole,
when a
this whole
college
discussion.
student sees that happening, they should try to get it on their
Can't be
iPhone
right.
or on their Samsung.
Can't
From
be
now,
Like.
Gotta be loud and proud, as they say.
The economy from now to the beginning of the first quarter,
You are wrong.
I think
Oh, of course.
that's gonna change this entire conversation.
Could I just
I wanna thank
interject on
you.
what Diane was saying, the end to what Diane
But
said?
let me just close this out, then we can. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for the discussion. You raised some interesting points.
Thanks for the
Thank you
phone
so
call.
much. Thank you, Brooklyn Young Republican Club. Thank you so much. Friday, I see you Friday, 1 o'clock. So number 65, and please check out my pre-show. It's at 11:50. I do it from 77 WABC, and I'm going to continue. I'd love to hear your thoughts on why you think the Lady Foundation gave the Clinton Foundation $105,000.
All in on Friday nights, if you could.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number is